I'm Drake. Welcome to Working Dragon Mystic, where we discuss real, metaphysical, and occult knowledge so that you can manifest real and tangible results in your life. Real quick, before we get to the video, I'd like to remind you to check out our online community as well as our online School of Magic at workingdragonmystic.com. Just head on over there and check them out. I'm sure you'll find a lot of great resources there for your path. Also, there will be links below. Hope to see you there. Now, let's get on with the video. Identify this entity that's been around since childhood. Well, there's no guaranteed singular scientific way to do it. Okay, first off, you're going to have to work on developing your arcane senses to make sure you can at least see and hear, right? You need at least that. The next thing is you're going to have to try and reach out, connect with it, and talk with it and ask it questions and get a conversation with it, right? I can tell you, like, I've been a practicing magician for a very long time, and there was always this one entity. Like, it was weird because, like, I've always had a memory of this entity, and there was always this, like, reddish light associated with this entity. And when I say this entity's been around a long time, I mean, like, before I was freaking 3 years old, because I remember very clearly one Christmas, it was a shitty Christmas. I was having a bad Christmas, and my room was filled with this little red light, like, color. And it just made me feel safe. It made me feel comfortable. It made the meaning and the feeling of what Christmas should be come back to me, and everything was just groovy, right? And I told my brother Rudolph visited us because red light, Christmas, Rudolph, right? I'm a kid, right? Even after 10 years as a magician, I did not know what that entity was. It took me a very, very long time. And the irony was, I actually ended up starting working with the entity for almost a year before I figured out that that entity was the entity associated with that red light for so very fucking long. And that was Azazel. So when you have an entity hanging around, the best thing you can do is try to reach out and contact it. In fact, in the evocation course I did, there's actually a section on connecting with entities you don't know. In fact, I used it during the course because here, when we moved to the new house, I actually filmed that specific section, and we suspected there was an entity in the house causing some issues, right? Couldn't be 100% sure, but we suspected. So I did a ritual to reach out to an entity if it was there. I got a response. Took a few tries, but we got a response, got a conversation started, got a name, did some research, confirmed, yes, there is actually a military individual who passed here. Had some family issues prior to that, and some of the brighter times in his life was in this area, so he hung around. Well, we got his name now. We talked to him. I don't mind him playing around with like the stereo and stuff. He'll occasionally turn those on. Don't mind. I've requested he stop doing it like 2 and 3 in the morning while we're trying to sleep. And ever since I've done it, he's stopped. He stopped. He only does it during the day now. Only during the day when we're awake, which I highly appreciate him for. Also, it's not really important, but cool side effect. He has good taste in music. So, that helps. That helps. In fact, he's actually turned it on to a few songs that I actually had to find out what the song was. I liked it. It's pretty good. So, yeah, it really takes the communication. You got to communicate. And if the entity doesn't want you to know and is unwilling to answer, you can't force it. They have free will. And then when they do give an answer, you're going to have to try and confirm, right? So, like I did with this one, I actually done some research and found out, okay, that's a legit name. And sometimes they may give you a false name, but look at, what's the entity doing? Because if you open your arcane sight to its fullest, you'll notice we're never alone. There's always things around, right? The entire planet has so many spirits and entities moving across it everywhere. At any time, you're surrounded like you're standing in Times Square at New York City on New Year's Eve. It's packed like sardines. You're never truly alone. Ever. So There's always something around us. It's just that one you're just noticing. Some are further away across the planial barriers and stuff like that. But yeah, we're never truly alone, if that makes sense.